Greetings, buckaroos. For real, greetings, geeks and geekerellas. It is me, I am back. Excuse the hat, it's the closest thing I had to a Wild West hat, cowboy hat. And all my other hats are Marvel and DC related, so thought this would be my best bet. It's a costume hat, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. So why am I here? I'm here to talk about, as the intro might have suggested, Westworld. Now, I don't know if I'll be doing the whole season, but I sure as heck want to do the first episode. I don't know if I'll be able to find the other episodes, but this episode I got to watch live, so thought I'd review it for you. I really like this. I mean, damn. It's a hard show to digest, honestly. So, before I get into it, I will be recapping to the best of my knowledge. So, be warned, there are spoilers ahead. Alright, so our episode opens up with Bernard waking up in near a beach, and we see the Hemsworth there, and we see guard security that are, sorry, this is bugging me, that are about to kill Bernard. But Hemsworth comes in and says, whoa, 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 you're about to kill your boss. And so he saves him. And they meet up with a corporate guy. And they're killing all the hosts. Like every single one of them. Apparently some of them have gotten, it wasn't just Dolores, it's some of them have gotten the kill order and are now treating guests as hosts. And so they're killing them all willy-nilly. But some aren't. But the guys above aren't taking any chances, so they want to kill all of them. So they kill all of them with shooting them in the head. Of course, because as we know from last season, Bernard is secretly a host. So it's not sitting well with him that they're killing them. But he can't really say anything, otherwise he himself will be dead. So he goes with them. He goes to an on-site facility thing that they've set up. They get a guy to open up one of the host's heads, which is very gruesome. And we see like his history, his like last few minutes of life, which are being killed by Dolores. Yep. And so then, because this is kind of hard, staying in this timeline, I guess. We end with the ending of the show, which is Bernard coming to a place, and because they see that a lot of hosts are in one area, so they go to investigate, and they find a lot of dead hosts. Think they're hosts. Could be guests. I don't really know. But they're dead. And they're by a shore, which kind of weirds me out, because they brought Bernard at a shore, but they make note that they didn't know that there was water. They didn't know that there was an ocean in Westworld, which is weird. And B, Bernard says that they killed them all, but he hesitates, almost as if I killed them all. So that's interesting. I honestly think that in season 2, Bernard's gonna be our Dolores, where we will get confused about the timeline and not sure which is which until the end. Because while that is going on, we also go to a different timeline of, it seems like right after the attack, but we don't know if it is or not. So we see Bernard, Teresa Thompson, I'm forgetting the character's name, but she's Valkyrie in Ragnarok. Them together with a couple of humans, they take refuge in a barn, kill a host farmhand because he's a robot. Just because he's a robot. And so they go, and Bernard knows a way to get out. But they run into a trap, and all of the people who aren't main characters, everyone but Bernard and Teresa, go in and get killed. While Bernard and Teresa are like, what the f do we do? And Teresa's like, there is another way. And so she takes them to this secret underground lair thing that only the higher ups know. And she will not tell Bernard about it. But what we do see is hosts that are like skinless hosts. They're faceless, they're skinless, they look creepy. They're big and muscular. And we see them operating, recording hosts' memories. Which is something that we and Bernard did not know about. But Teresa's being hush-hush about. Well, finally she tells him that the higher-ups won't get an extraction because they need the package, which is Peter Abernathy, Dolores' original father. He's gone missing, and they did not receive him, so they will not give them an evac. So she turns to Bernard and she's like, can you help me? And he's like, yes. And so apparently the hosts have a mind link and he can hack into a host. But as he's doing it, he starts like literally dying. Because all throughout that storyline, he's been shaking and his vision has gone a little blurry at times. He touches his head at one point, his ears, and there's liquid coming out. So he's clearly malfunctioning. And he's dying now. Because he does the diagnostic on himself. Now that he has a computer. And the only solution is to take the host right there, take out some of its juice, and insert it into himself. And we do not know what this if this is a temporary solution or not. But it seems to work for the time, and they find Peter. All while this is going on, we also have another plot with Dolores, where it's just her going around killing people, and we slowly realize that she's got all of her memories, all of her stuff, and that she is finally, in her words, becoming herself. And Teddy is hesitant to do it, but he loves her, and they have a honestly touching scene together. And that was their thing. But I'm not done, because then we've got Maeve, who we see her going around and finding the British twat writer dude, who I don't even know his name. And so they start teaming up. Her to help him get to safety, him to help her find her daughter, and eventually they run into Hector. We meet back up with Hector, which Hector grows, in my opinion, as a character from this point on, because he's now in love with Maeve, and he's like, wherever you go, I go, which I really appreciate. So she patches Hector up, gets him new clothes, new everything, because if they go in looking like in the business stuff, people will be like, you're human, boom, if they run into any hosts. So she then tells British dude to take off his clothes and put on the new ones. But she does take a moment where she's like, specifically tells him to take off his underwear. Hector's got a gun at this point, so he's like, okay, and so we actually get to see him. We see male full frontal nudity, which did not expect. But anywho, those three together is honestly a really cool, interesting pairing. Like, grouping that I can't wait to see how else they go, because it's clear they're going back into the park to find Maeve's daughter. Meanwhile, I'm not done. There's another subplot about William, the man in black, as adult William. And we see him. He's happy that things are now have consequences. He's patching himself up, getting himself another black hat. And he runs into young Ford. And young Ford, in this weird broken up language, like breaks character and tells him about a game, and the game is Find the Door. Which leads me to believe that Ford might not be dead. But that's another discussion for another time, because I have been going on for far too long. Probably. But I will see you guys tomorrow for Supergirl. Lord knows if I'll be able to do this again, because I don't know if I'll get HBO again, because I think this was just a free weekend. But needless to say, you will still see me for my 3 a week Supergirl, Rise, and Krypton. But that's it for now. Till next time. Up, and away, partners.